Hi and welcome. I'm Joe the Baker and this is One Bread Bakery. On today's episode, we're going to be doing a new recipe. It's going to be a chocolate babka. I'm really excited to try this today. I have no idea how it's going to turn out. So without any further ado, let's get into the ingredients and start this bake. For the chocolate babka dough, you're going to need 1.5 cups of warm milk at 110 degrees, 2 1/4-ounce packages of active dry yeast or 14 grams, 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar, 3 large eggs at room temperature, 2 large egg yolks at room temperature, 6 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 sticks of unsalted butter at room temperature, and 1 tablespoon of heavy cream. To make the dough, pour the warm milk into a small bowl. Sprinkle in the yeast and a pinch of the sugar and let it stand for about 5 minutes. In a new bowl, whisk together the sugar, 2 egg yolks, and 2 of the large eggs. Add the egg mixture to the yeast mixture and whisk to combine. Using a stand mixer with a paddle attachment, combine the flour and the salt, plus the egg mixture, and beat on low speed until almost all the flour has been incorporated, roughly about 30 seconds. Swap out the paddle for the dough hook, add 2 sticks of butter, and beat until the butter is completely incorporated and the mixture forms a smooth dough, about 10 minutes. Now lightly flour your work surface and turn your dough onto it. Knead the dough for about a few seconds, just until smooth. Butter a large bowl and place your dough in the bowl and turn it to coat. Now cover the bowl and let it rest in a warm place until it's doubled in size, roughly an hour. For the chocolate filling, you're going to need 2 1/4 pounds of semisweet chocolate, very finely chopped, 1 cup of granulated sugar, 2.5 tablespoons of ground cinnamon, and 1.5 sticks of butter at room temperature. Now grab a large bowl and combine the chocolate, the cinnamon, and the sugar, and make sure you stir to combine them. Finally, add the 1.5 sticks of butter, and using a pastry cutter, cut the butter until it's well combined. Now generously butter a 9x5 loaf pan and line it with parchment paper. Now that's a big boy. Now deflate the dough and transfer it to a clean surface. Let the dough rest for about 5 minutes. Next, we're going to cut the dough into 3 equal portions. I will only be working with one of the portions and storing the rest. Now flour your work surface. Roll the dough out into a 16-inch square that's about 1/8 of an inch thick. Whew! Spread 1/3 of the chocolate filling evenly over the dough, leaving about 1/4 of an inch border. Brush the border with the egg wash. Starting at one side, roll the dough up tightly. Pinch the ends together to seal. Holding an end of the dough in each hand, twist it about 5 or 6 turns. Brush the top of the roll with the egg wash and carefully crumble 2 tablespoons of the filling over the left half of the roll. Fold the right half of the roll over onto the coated left half. Twist the roll and nestle it into the prepared pan. For the streusel topping, you'll need 1 2/3 cup of confectioner sugar, 1 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour, and 1.5 sticks of unsalted butter, and you guessed it, at room temperature. In a large bowl, combine the flour, the sugar, and the butter. Using a fork or your hands, stir until the ingredients are fully combined and the streusel is in pieces ranging from the size of small crumbs to about 1-inch clumps. Now brush the top of the loaf with your egg wash and crumble 1/3 of the streusel topping over it. Loosely cover your pan with a plastic wrap and let it stand in a warm place for about 20 to 30 minutes. Now throw your pan in an oven that has been preheated to 350 degrees. Bake this for about 25 minutes, then rotate and bake for another 25 to 27 minutes. You're going to want the internal temperature of your loaf to be 190 degrees. Remove from the oven and transfer the pan to a wire rack to cool to room temperature. So let's go ahead and put this on a cutting board and see what it looks like inside. Wow, right? Check out that marbling. Looks pretty cool. Honestly, the bake wasn't that difficult. I mean, there was 3 parts to it and it seemed kind of hectic at times, but all in all, it turned out pretty good. Shall we taste? It smells so good. All right. You can definitely taste the cinnamon and the chocolate comes out. Not too strong, but just enough so that you know you're eating something with a lot of chocolate in it. The bread, it's soft, yet chewy. Crust is crispy. Guys, this is really good. I definitely recommend it. If you enjoy this video, please consider liking and subscribing. And check me out on my Instagram page at One Bread Bakery. Always happy to have new followers and I'm trying to post things constantly, so it's never a dull moment. Be good, be safe, and until next time, keep baking. Yummy.